At Spin, we believe streets should belong to everyone. Through our Streets program, we work with the communities we serve to ensure they are safe, livable, and just. We invest directly in projects that make physical design improvements to encourage and protect people traveling outside of cars. From pop-up bike lanes to repurposing car spaces for e-scooter charging, these changes can help make micromobility a true solution in cities. Whether you are walking, biking, scooting, or rolling, there should be a dedicated, protected space for you to safely travel. That's why we launched the Build a Better Barrier competition, inviting ideas for affordable, innovative mobility lane barriers from across the United States. So meet the judges. We invited a group of transportation experts from incredible nonprofits, city governments, and mobility companies to judge the Better Barrier Challenge. But first, why are barriers so important?
Barriers become essential because in order for us to be able to recognize in that public right-of-way the shift that is being made to better balance the public realm for all mode users, we need physical indicators. We need things that say this is a space that is safe for these kind of road users.
Barriers are important as part of biking infrastructure because there's a lot of people who don't feel safe biking in regular bike lanes.
I've never seen a design competition in relationship to these types of subjects. And I think the more auto companies or people who kind of drive the land use market, like put more ideas out there to the public to provide their ideas, I think that you'd be surprised how much people actually care about safety and care about people enjoying themselves and not, being so car dependent. There should just be more and more of these opportunities for the public to curate their spaces.
Since we've launched this campaign, a lot has changed in the world, given the global pandemic and shelter in place orders. A lot of cities and a lot of just people who maybe have not thought about it to think about how we allocate public space. How did this new reality affect your design process?
Probably the bigger things, about this new reality is for any community. I mean, whether you're talking about a small town in Vermont and it's just the local trailhead, or whether it's, the middle of Salt Lake City, Utah, there's people getting out into the same spaces, and outdoors activity has all of a sudden become the safe thing to do. When we finally get through and we can take our masks down, we're going to have a whole lot more people passionate about outdoors recreation. We're going to have a whole lot more people taking to foot and bike for transportation. But as we adapt to those changes, we're all of a sudden finding that a 5-foot wide sidewalk isn't enough space to socially distance.
So let's meet the Build a Better Barrier Challenge winners.
Velo View is to make a low-lying horizontal barrier, which is visually essentially continuous down at a curb level for both bikers and drivers.
Hi, my name's Aaron Greiner. I am the director of Culture House. Well, we submitted 2 ideas to the competition, both based around reimagining how we could create a new continuous bike lane barrier. We recognize that to feel safe on a bike or a scooter or any sort of micromobility device, that physical separation is really important, and it allows people of all ages and experiences to be able to use the road and use it in a more sustainable and more efficient manner. Reimagine the kind of traditional bollard or barrier, and to really think of it more as continuous protection that was adaptable, that was could be used in different scenarios, so going around curves and intersections, at a bus stop, so it would look natural and part of the road.
The specific bike barrier that Caressa and I have been designing is one that uses recycled tires to allow something that the community can engage with, something that a community can build on their own, but also is manufacturable if need be.
I have been serving as a bike walk advocate for almost a decade now, and I serve with the Wisconsin Bike Federation. We came together with our creative skills, our design skills, and our knowledge of community engagement and transportation to try to come together with one idea.
What would you like to see have come out of this in a year from now?
So one, just the data, period. I think one of the challenges of the transportation world is we don't really have the best data when it comes to people walking, people biking. But our data is imperfect, where even if we do have data, we can have the counts, but we don't have the who. If this is installed in a street and it's there for 6 months, did it increase the number of people biking? Did it increase the diversity of people biking? Or is it attracting families? Is it attracting people who may have a disability?
This fall, D Ford will prototype the winning design, WeCLAIM. Check back soon to see progress made. If you're a city interested in piloting any of these designs or partnering with Spin on future infrastructure projects, reach out to us at streets@spin.pm.